One of the most thrilling animals to see in Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks is the American black bear. These smart, powerful, and majestic animals are always exciting to see in the wild. Sequoia and Kings Canyon offer excellent habitat for bears. Here, they can thrive on national park land, where all natural resources and wildlife are protected. With black bears commonly at the center of attention, a frequently asked question by visitors in these parks is, what's the difference between grizzly bears and black bears?
Well, one of the most important differences is that black bears are here present in the Sierra Nevadas and grizzly bears are not. Grizzly bears were extirpated from the Sierras in the early 1900s.
In fact, the last known grizzly bear in California was eradicated in 1922 near what is now Kings Canyon National Park. And all the bears remaining in California are black bears. However, when visitors see black bears in these parks, they may not be black in color. Their name can actually be deceiving.
The only species of bear that we have is Ursus americanus, the American black bear. And it becomes confusing because the black bears of this region of the United States can come in multiple different morphs. They can be cinnamons, blondes, browns, even come in, black bears, obviously. And they can have blazes on them. So just know that all the species of black bears that we have throughout the Sierra Nevadas, they are all black bears, but some of them might be blonde or brown.
As impressive as bears are, perhaps one of the most impressive things about them is their large range of diet. Bears consume a variety of foods, and what they eat usually depends on what time of year it is.
Bear diets are quite varied across their geographic distribution, which ranges from the Atlantic coast, the Pacific coast, north to Alaska, all the way south to Mexico. So across that broad distribution, bears eat countless different things. Here, specifically in the Sierras, when bears emerge from the den in the springtime, their diet consists heavily of grasses, rushes, and sedges, often in meadow habitats. As you transition into summer and those grasses start drying up, bears start seeking more calorie-dense foods. A common thing to see in the giant forest is bears tearing apart logs, for example, to go after those insects. Early in the spring, bears will eat deer, often mule deer fawns that they'll predate on, but it doesn't take up, it's not a very substantial part of their diet, and it's only for a very short period of time of the year. They're mostly vegetarian. Once you get into the fall, the diet, the two main diet items are around here are sugar pines in the higher elevations, sugar pine nuts, and acorns in the lower elevations.
All bears are very opportunistic eaters, so it is important for all people in bear territory to store food properly, in bear boxes and campgrounds, and in bear-proof containers while backpacking. Otherwise, bears can acquire access to human food, which creates a problem between human and bear interactions.
So the reason it's important to store food properly is because bears, they have this tremendous ability to remember where they obtain food sources because of that huge drive to get food. So they return to the same areas over and over again. And if the association is made that developed areas is a place to obtain food, bears will return there again and again. These bears that are food conditioned can often become quite bold and aggressive in their attempts to get more. And unfortunately, once it reaches that point, there's little choice for us but to remove that bear from the population.
I think the most important thing that people need to remember about black bears is that this is their home, and we as people are visitors to their home. And it's a lot different seeing bears in the wild than seeing bears in the zoo. So they're to be enjoyed at a distance. You never feed the wildlife. They have their own source of food. And just enjoy them when you see them in the park.
The Sequoia Parks Conservancy rents out bear-proof containers to hikers and backpackers who venture out into bear territory. The bear-proof containers are an efficient way to store food. You can rent them from Sequoia and Kings Canyon's visitor centers. All the proceeds go directly to the National Park Service for bear tagging, tracking, research, and education. Bears are an iconic animal of this landscape. Visitors' love for bears may be for a variety of reasons. It may be because the presence of such a powerful animal strikes excitement in us. Maybe it's because they have adorable cubs. Or maybe it's because their funny personalities resemble us in many ways. Whatever the reason, we hope they captivate you like they have millions of visitors in the past.